Hey everybody, Gnome here, server X160, the best there is. Thought I'd do a follow-up about the Bjornkriger Clan, the polar bears. I did a little preview, kind of how I thought everything was going to be, but now that I've actually got a chance to play with them, I'd like to do a summons and then maybe talk about their abilities a little bit and then do a lot of gameplay with them. So you could see both the male and the female. I'm trying to get the male maxed out. I really like him. I'll go into detail later. But he's right now at 13 stars. So working on that. And then the female, I have her at level 360, but it's still enough to be able to showcase a lot of her abilities and everything. So really excited to get into this clan with you. I think this is probably my favorite warrior clan. Sorry to the Almat clan. I really like that one too. But this clan just has allowed me to build so much great synergy. And I mean, this guy looks so cool. Look at him. Oh my goodness. That great sword. And then look at her. I mean, she's a little more simple than he is, but that pauldron, the pole arm, when she's actually fighting, it feels like it's longer and bigger than it looks like in here. But anyhow, yeah, with that, I'll go into the summoning, all right? So, enjoy. All right, let's get this summoning done. I don't really want to go through too many of my stones. I have 379 of them. I don't have enough fodder to be able to get a 15-star warrior, though. So there's no chance I can get this mask. So I'll probably save it for the next time, but probably going to do about 70 summons or so. See if I can somehow get the female, which would be great. That's the champ of the two that I really want to go with. So I at least want to get 70 summons in so that I get the 10 companion parts. I feel that that's worth it. And if it's going really well, I'll keep rocking it and go for 120 and maybe unlocking the mythic male. Yeah, if I get the mythic female, I will maybe continue for the companion. But remember, these are warriors, so I'm never too stoked about them. I haven't spent much time or energy on warriors. We got some female fodder there. That's nice. I can at least get her to 5-star. Check that out. What else do we got here? Male Aeson. I don't think I needed any of these. I mean, there's 2 warriors as I'm trying to level up female Tide Raiser right now. So, speaking of which, is a blue one down there. That's nice because I leveled her up to mythic so that I could get the mythic to get 15 stars with. All right, so that one was not that great, but here we go. Here's the next one. Come on. This is the lucky one. Nope, it's not. But a lot of companion parts. There's one. All right. We got a copy of the male. Oh, I needed a blue female Folger. That's so nice, actually. I needed that. So this one actually turned out okay with the one companion part. A couple warrior fodders there. That's helpful. But more importantly, we got the 5 companion parts there and a bouquet. All right, here we go. We're continuing. Nope. More companion parts. Come on. Oh, there's one. That's good. 2 males. That'll work. And a female. That's good fodder. I need the Kivak one too. I need the Soul Keeper. Remember, for marriage, it's nice to have a blue of all your main champions because it makes marrying over an exact clan trait easier and better. It's a bummer about the Griffin and the Trevane, but oh well, this was a pretty good pull. 40. All right, no mythics, but come on, companion parts. Okay, we got a female, we got a male. Oh, nice, Tide Hunter. Wanted that one. What else? Warrior fodder. There's plenty of that here. Female and a male. Okay, that one, not the greatest. But here's 50. Come on, give me that mythic female. I need it. Companion parts. I'll take that. We're going slow with it, but some is better than none. I need there's a female. Perfect. That's really good. Even a legendary female would be good. Something to work with. I needed the female Selphos. She's one of my main champs, so that's helpful. Alright, we'll bring these two bears into existence here. The male, the female. And let's keep going to 70. We got a couple more summons here. This one's no mythic, but come on, companion. Oh, the ×5. Yeah. We got a male there. Oh, another female Tide Hunter. That's so good. I still need to get the right traits on her when I get her mythic. Oh, here we go. Here's a big mythic. Make it the mythic female, please. Oh, mythic male. But 2 female, to get her leveled up a little bit. That's nice. Maybe I can do the ascension. I needed the female Galabar. I needed the female Ho. Yeah, that was, other than having the worst mythic pool there. Alright, so let's see how many total I have. I think y'all said there's a way. If I click on this, oh, owned, 18. Ooh, that's not very good for where we're at. Alright, I'll summon some more. We'll go ahead and we'll go to 120 maybe here. Alright, come on. This should be a good mythic. Nope. Ooh, the worst pool of the batch so far. I need the male Akuna, but I think that's about it. There's some mage fodder in there. That'll be nice. Alright, here we go. Here's the next. Oh, this is a good one. Mythic male, female, please. Please, please. Oh, it's the legendary, though. Better than nothing. Hey, man, I'm cool with that. Because, like I said, I don't think I'm taking this all the way to 300. Maybe we will. There's the other female down there. That's good fodder for it. Oh, so close. I thought she was the mythic one there for a second. Oh, I got so excited. The male hose, nice to have. Here's some more fodder coming up. Come on, ×5. Come on, ×5. Oh, there's a ×1. And then there's another legendary female. That's cool with me. Use it as fodder. 2 more female Galabars. Could use those. So let's go ahead and open this little box. And I guess I'm going towards the mythic male, even though he's not bad. I don't mind him. But I just like the female more. I think for my team comps, the female is really where... Oh, good. There's another female fodder. There's a companion part there. So, looking pretty good on that. We're at 120 here. Oh, come on. Mythic female. Oh, there's a male there. Anything else I needed? Just basically more fodder. The female hose, pretty good, but... Alright, so I've used 120 crystals. I have 25 of Kama's favorability. And I have 200 and something crystals left. So the real question is, yeah, I make content. I'll at least go for the mythic male here. Maybe I can get the mythic female on... Oh, come on, mythic female! Oh! But I can use that for level 18 sanguine to put on someone at least. And there's another female fodder. And the companion part. Come on, come on. Alright. Okay, there's a female there. 2 males. Nothing else that I really need, though. That's a bummer. Alright, and then here's the 150. Maybe we can just compromise and just meet at 150 here. Because there's another companion part. There's another female fodder. And again, I still have the legendary of her. That's pretty nice. Oh, there's the mythic male. Mm, dang, that's nice. Maybe I should just go for the mythic female, because maybe I could get the companion on the way. What do y'all think? Alright, sorry. Let me exile this prisoner. Um, alright. Alright, it's better to play, make good content. And I just don't play any warriors right now. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I think I'm gonna use a little willpower here. Save up more summoning crystals for the next mage. As y'all will see with my guardian stones, I'm highly focused on mage, marksman, and assassin. I have some in tank, but I literally have the bare minimum in warrior and bloodcraft legend, because I have 3 bloodcraft legends. They're really good, but I don't have any refined gear other than 2 of the blades. Um, I'm I'm just, they do really well in groups by overpowering people, but the synergies that I used to have for them aren't working on people so much anymore. And so, yeah, oh, my power went up a lot from those summons. But hopefully y'all enjoyed that. That was a good fun. I'll level up both the male and the female a little bit, just so that we can kind of see how they do. Especially since I got the legendary female, at least. That makes me feel way better. And I got 16 total of her. Oh, yeah, I got 2 legendaries. So I think I can work with this. I worked with the legendary female Tide Raiser for a while. In fact, she's still legendary, but I just got her, the companion, up to mythic. And so, let me show you. I really like her a lot. She's a fun... sorry, I'm going to click on like every champ but her. Okay, yeah, I could produce mythics now. And this is nice, because this will allow me to marry whatever future traits on her. Because right now I got a 22 energetic, 20 honorable, 22 pure heart, and she's got this aquatic barrier. But I'll change her to mythic. Her aquatic barrier will level up, and she'll gain a 4th trait. So then I can change things around with the fodder that I'll have. I got all refined gear during this event. I would highly suggest buying the shop out, the fishing shop, and getting just all the refined gear you can. Just about all my 3 main teams have all refined gear. The only one who's missing any is my female Galabar here, and she's missing 2 of them. And yeah, anyhow, hopefully you enjoyed those summons. Let's get on with some gameplay. Alright, summoning all done. What a nightmare. And I ended up summoning more and more to get the companion. I didn't get it in time for the mask event. In fact, I spent over 530 summoning stones, and I was still 1 companion part shy of finishing it. Super annoying. I did the roulette wheel as soon as the roulette started, and I got that last companion part, but 530 summoning stones? You gotta be kidding me. Anyhow, Go Games, you should really fix that. It's really annoying. So let's dive right into some Bjornkriger gameplay. I'm going to go ahead and reiterate their abilities so that as you see them fighting, you know what's going on and I can address it there. Let's talk about the male one more time. So for his active, he slams the blade of his sword into the ground, and as he pulls it up, it shoots a straight line that knocks everybody up. So everybody takes that 520% of the caster's strength, and it knocks people up, which is a nice interrupt. And then it leaves behind a frozen zone for 6 seconds, which essentially allows him to move his frozen zone. Very, very needed. His passive, which is the key to this champion, really. A frozen zone forms on the battlefield, inflicting enemies in it with 1 layer of shiver per second. At 6 layers, the enemy will be frozen for 3 seconds, and their damage taken increased by 40%. That's huge. Think of the Impair from the Kvat clan. You have to get 3 stacks on an enemy, and it doesn't even increase the damage taken by 40%. So if you imagine those two abilities together, an Impair and them getting 6 layers of shiver and becoming frozen, that's so much extra damage that they're taking. It's nice. When the affected enemies cast an ultimate, all shiver layers will be removed. So again, you need to make sure you're preventing the enemies from casting their ultimates, and that's going to require cunning on the team, which you should always have on the team. Leaving the frozen zone for 3 seconds also removes the shiver effects, but takes 3 seconds, so that's kind of nice. And his ultimate, ultra cool. Great animation too. He swings the greatsword, dealing damage to all enemies in a fan-shaped area in front, equal to 300% of the caster's strength, knocking them back. Then the caster leaps forward, basically landing on all of them, dealing damage to all enemies within a large area equal to 400% of the caster's strength. So if enemies get hit by both, it's 700% of the caster's strength to any enemy that gets hit with both parts of it. Enhancing the frozen zone for 8 seconds. This is important. When enemies in the frozen zone suffer from immobilizing control effects, and I'm assuming that affects stuns too, I think it does, the duration increased by 60%. So look at his passive. Inflicting it with 6 layers, they become frozen for 3 seconds, immobilizing, and their damage taken increased by 40%. So if his ultimate's going, that's an extra 60%, which is almost an extra 2 seconds. So instead of being frozen for 3 seconds, they're frozen for almost 5 seconds. That's significant. And that's as soon as they get those 6 layers. So essentially 6 seconds, and they become frozen for 5 seconds if they don't cast their ult. Awesome. Not to mention, they still get the 40% enhanced damage on them. This guy's one of my favorite champs, by the way. Such a good kit. So handy. The female's great, too. If you need someone who pulls people on your team, or if you just need to build more AoE, she's incredible. So her active pulls a random enemy outside the chill range. She has a chill range around her, which is pretty good size. Dealing damage equal to 480% of her strength, reducing their damage dealt by 25% for 4 seconds. So that's really nice. So as she pulls them in, they're going to be doing less damage to her or anyone else they're attacking for 4 seconds. That's nice. If no enemy is outside the chill range, the caster will just slash forward, which again does the damage reduction. So if everyone's already stacked up on her, she just goes straight into her attack, which is cool. Her passive constantly submits a chill in combat. That's a point-blank AoE, basically. Enemies imbued by chill will have their fortitude reduced by 100%, of which 100% will be converted into the champions. So this champ, the more she pulls people in, the more fortitude she steals, and the tougher she becomes. If there are multiple enemies nearby, the fortitude gains can stack. So she's got huge amounts of fortitude. When an enemy leaves the chill range, the effect expires immediately. So having the Askavarg trait on her to increase fortitude, having a loyal on her is going to be needed. So she's very, very tanky. I like it. It's nice. And her ult really expands on her kit, and she swings her poleaxe in place to continuously attacks nearby enemies, and she does like a spin, so it hits everybody around her. It's not just directional. It deals damage in interrupting the enemy's action once per half a second, and total damage equal to 900% of the caster's strength over 3. So every half a second, the enemy will take 150% of her strength damage, and it interrupts whatever they're casting or doing. That's pretty awesome. So 6 times this is going to happen for a total of 900% strength damage and interrupting 6 different times. It reduces the enemy's constitution recovery by 40% for 1 second each time damage is dealt. So I think maybe that might stack since it's every half a second. So it might keep two stacks on enemies, at least for a little bit. That reduces their constitution recovery by 80%. It doesn't say if it stacks or not, and my testing hasn't shown anything, but really incredible champions. Now, let me show you what I've got going on. Again, I couldn't get all the companion parts, and I couldn't get to 15 star to be able to get the mask, sadly. So I have them at 13 star. Getting pretty close to getting him up there. He just looks so good. I went over that in the introduction video. He's one of the coolest looking champs, I think, in the whole game. He's got his great sword. He's got his practice blade. He's got a, maybe like a long sword back here with his helmet. He's got these amazing pauldrons and wrist guards. And look at his belt. He's got like this giant ram, dodge. There's a shout out. Anyhow, and look at what goes around his neck too. This guy is just one of the coolest looking champs to be released. He's got this cool like tattoo going down half his body. Anyhow, here's how I built mine, and I'll go over why in a little bit. So right now, since he's only 13 star, I'm not relying on his damage, on his strength, and so later I might do brutal and steadfast instead, because I don't really truly need energetic, but because he's so weak right now, I kind of do. It puts him at 64 million constitution. He's still almost got 2 million strength just from guardian stones and celestial bonds. And so I have honorable and energetic on him just for survivability right now, because he's in there. He's in the middle of the combat as it stands. He's got pure-hearted on him because I want him to dispel the Bulko debuff ASAP so he can get that ultimate off. Because again, that ultimate really energizes all the stuns and immobilizings that come right after it. So if I can get him to go off 6 to 7 seconds in a battle, that means everybody who's using their abilities right after the Bulko debuff expires are getting enhanced stuns, which is very worth it for the group I have him in. And then I have a focus so that the first 10 seconds he's guaranteed to be generating more energy, countering an enemy's cunning, and just so that he's getting that ultimate off. For equipment, I got most things level 15 with decent runes. They're all level 6 runes, so it's not that decent. I need to get him buffed up. But almost got an increased damage reduction from having 3 dodge runes in his armor. And look, he's level 19 on this. He's getting really close to getting it leveled up. And so hopefully I can get that within the next couple days. That'd be really nice. So, yeah, that's what we got for that. And then for his skills, I'm trying to level up. So, since I'm not relying on strength, the only thing that his active scales with is strength. Nothing else happens with it. He doesn't leave a longer frozen zone, nothing exceptional. But with his passive, he increases the damage taken when people are affected by a shiver, which happens quite a bit. So I want to level that up to 15 as soon as possible. And then also, you'll notice his ultimate, not only is the damage increased, but the immobilizing control effects suffer the duration that's increased by him. It's increased up to 60% at max level. So I really want that too, because I'm focusing on that. So that's our male. And then let's check out the female here. I ended up swerving away from her because I have plenty of pool with female Tide Razor and a few other champions that I have. And so I didn't end up focusing on her, though I really like her mechanic. I like her kit. In fact, I would suggest if you don't have a pool on your team, go ahead and get her. She's great. She complements most all teams. So for her, I have her level 360. I didn't change any of her traits, so if she's not dealing out the damage that you expected, that's probably why. Or if she's not surviving as well, that's why. For equipment, all level 10, no gems. Most of them, 3 out of the 4 refined. And then for her abilities, let me go ahead and level these up because I must have gotten another level on her, just so that we can kind of get a better picture of what she's doing. Even though she doesn't have the proper traits, it's still, I got all of her traits level 9. And so I went ahead and I have a few things to test them out on. We'll start in Dungeon Descent. I went ahead and got us up to level 22 so that we could kind of test and see some of these things in action. So let's go ahead and start with the female. All I have for healing is the male Akuna and the female Ho, so I'll go with that. We'll put the female in the P1 position, so the female Ho will land her passive on her. Here we go. And I'll slow it down. We won't do ×2 here. Alright, here we go. The female comes in, she uses her ult, the female Ho does. Okay, so we just pulled in a random person, got the Huntsdorf, and then she hit everybody, weakening them. There's another person, pulled them in, weakened them. See how quickly she's doing? Now there's her ult, boom, 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 for 3 seconds, and at level 22. You see all that damage she did? Now, she's got the entire team stacked up. They're all in her chill aura. So as you notice, her life is not going down. She's got so much fortitude right now, and the female Ho has the passive heal, has the ult heal, and so this female is just doing so well. There's was her, the cool pole arm. She's not as cool looking as the male, but her abilities and her synergy with other champs is out of this world. So let's look at the damage. She actually not too much more than female Ho. Granted, female Ho has brutal and she's rocking. And the female Bjornkriger is only, like, look at that. She's only level 360. So being able to dish out more damage, granted it's all AoE, is pretty powerful. I like that. So we already have the boss up. So let's find a couple tougher enemies. So let's try one more time. Let's actually put her with the male Akuna so you could see how AoE works with her build here. So, alright, she's going to start the battle. Goes up. She should use that active here pretty soon. She's quick, boom, and then does the weaken attack. Look at this male Akuna hitting everybody with the frozen from the active. Pulled in someone else. Now she's getting more fortitude. She is, bam, she's got the icy touch on her from, oh wow, she's got the whole team there. Boom, boom, boom. AoE whirlwind. Now, I really like her ult. I think it's awesome. But you also got to remember, there's nothing in there that says she can't be interrupted while she's doing her ult. So keep that in mind. If someone has stun and they're always stunning her to get her out of her ult, that would be kind of bummer. All right, there's another elite fight. Let's do the exact same thing just so you can kind of see again. So she's going to pull someone in with her active real quick. Female Ignis. There's the swipe, weakening them all. There's the stun for male Akuna. And then there's another pull in, but it was resisted or had a way to stop it. Or wait, maybe it was delayed. There goes the female Zace in there. Boom, the whirlwind. Now it didn't hit the female Lux because she's outside of the range of the chill. But she should be pulling her in. Oh, it was prevented. Oh, there goes. Some weird delay. But let's look at the damage. Male Akuna should just be demolishing her in damage. Yep, that makes sense. Really, really strong. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do one more with kind of a joint team. We'll have it like this so that the female Ho is adding energy to the P1 position. All right. So let's pull them all in and get them all in there with Tide Razor. So here comes a pool, and then there goes an ult. Boom, stunning everybody in for 5 seconds. There's the whirlwind, just doing all this damage, interrupting. Oh, wow. That was beautiful. What great synergy. And let's look at the damage and the... So she took a little bit more damage than the Tide Razor, and she did a little less damage than the Tide Razor. which is fantastic. My female Tide Raiser has Brutal on her, and so that was a nice one. Let's go to level 23, and let's pop out the male, so you could start seeing some of these. The male is, like I said, who I'm going with. He's awesome. His synergies and abilities are just so good. All right, so let's start off with something like this, so you can kind of get an idea. Or actually, we'll put him with male Akuna, so you can see how the increased duration of the stuns are affected. So he goes in, he's going to do his active, pulls up his blade, knocked up 3 people, interrupting them, doing damage. There's the male Akuna hitting them all. They're all frozen. The shiver effect, you could see people, bam, now all stuns are enhanced. So this right now, boom, they're stunned. It should be for a while. Look how long that is. Look how long they're stunned while that ultimate's going on. Very, very awesome. And again, my male is built tanky. He doesn't have the brutal. He's not so much a bruiser for me right now. But once I hit level 715 star with him, I'll probably change him up a little bit more so so he can do more damage. I want to see how much damage he does at level 700 too. So let's do another one here. Let's see what we got. Now that okay, so he's going to start off with his ult, knocks him back, jumps on them all. So now watch these shivers go off. Watch the stun. Like, they'll pretty much be stunned the rest of the battle now. Stun, 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 shiver goes off, shiver goes off. Male Akuna's active. Again, they're frozen. He's knocking people up in the air, knocks them back, jumps forward, doesn't hit as many, and two of them might be outside of his aura, I'm not sure. But you could just tell they're just stunned for so long. There's the knockup, kills 2 people in the line. There's the ult, comes jumping on them, and the stun lasts until they die. Oh, this guy's so good. Let's look at the damage. Again, he doesn't have brutal on him, so for only close to a little under 2 million strength, he's doing all right. But the point is he's just freezing everybody. That shiver's going off. He's enhancing other people's damage to him every time that shiver goes off. So that male Akuna is doing even more damage. I love it. All right. So let's kind of see how he does with a female hoe. So now she's going to amplify him. He's got Pure Heart, so he's removing debuffs. It's supposed to help with Bulko, but you can't really see here. Knock up there. Female hoe throws that on, so he's taking less damage. His ultimate. So now everyone, look at how long these shivers last. And I think female hoe's active is impacted by the enhanced immobility too, the enhanced duration for it. Bam! The knock up knocks one person up, kills the other one. There's his ult again, just ulting all the time, how I have him set up. Just look at the duration of these. Oh, yeah, I love that shiver. That's really nice. So he jumped over there. I don't know if the Zace is in the shiver aura, but gets killed by a female hoe. Let's look at... So, without brutal, and 2 stars lower than female hoe, he did more damage than she did. And it could be from the AoE. She doesn't have any AoE. That's most likely what it is, but so good. All right, so now let's start incorporating more of the team and see how these synergies work. So I gotta say, I think female Tide Raiser and male Akuna are probably 2 of the best synergies that you can have with the male polar bear. And here, I'll show you how this rocks. Hopefully they all go off. They might be too strong. So, there goes that. So that now there's a winter zone. So watch all these stuns go off after he ults. There's the boom, the big one. I don't think these enemies are going to be able to even get an attack in. Okay, one attacked for like a couple times, but yeah, mostly just stay stunned the whole time. So get this. 60% female Tide Raiser, if enemies are near her when she ults, they're stunned up to 5 seconds. 60% of that's going to be almost 3 additional seconds. So that's an 8-second stun if you time it right. that's unheard of. The enemy team's going to die in that time, especially once I get my male Akuna to 15 star. So now let's go ahead and bring it in like this. We're fighting the boss here. All right. So he gets the increased energy, and then boom, straight into his ult. And then female Tide Razor stunning right after that. Let's see if any... Okay, here's some Shiver auras going off. Male Akuna using his ult, making a winner zone. Bam! The enemy hardly got a chance to attack, except the tank here at the end. And I'll show you in my group synergy. I'm actually missing one because I put the female in here. So look at all their damage output. Pretty close. Male Akuna should be doing the most, just how I've built him, and he's awesome. But even my tanks, even my support are all kind of adding a little bit to the equation. So let's go ahead and go to level 24. Now I'll go ahead and put the female in too. And I gotta say, the female and male, if you have enough, they do great synergy with each other. I think it was Rage Panda that mentioned having both of the Akuna clan in here and having both of the Bjornkriger in here, and you get some pretty awesome synergy. But I would rather have the female Tide Razor than the female Bjornkriger because I can't level her up right now. Just don't have the fodder, don't have the time, don't have anything. But we'll see how this goes. I want to do something like this, maybe. I want her to pull in quick and start ulting ASAP. And I'll do it like this. Alright. Let's call it. Female Ho, throwing her ult on everybody. Male's active, knocks up 2. Male's ult jumps in there. Everybody's frozen. Female Tide Razor's going to pull somebody with her active. Female Polar Bear already killed, and bam, the enemy dies. They can't do much at all. Let's look at the damage output. The female didn't really get to do much. Male Akuna is always going to outdamage everybody, but what's surprising is the male Polar Bear. Look at that. Decent damage with no brutal. Looking forward to seeing him at 700 with brutal and steadfast on him instead. So, open up a few more of these here. We'll kill this guy. We'll do a group battle again. And I kept some spires up, spire events going on right now. So, you could see my team synergy against some other people too. So, look, their entire enemy team is all stacked up now. Taking the female Polar Bear's aura, taking all the AoE attacks that are coming their way. Just once you stack the enemy team, the sky's the limit after that. It's beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and hit the boss up so we can go to a different one. And I can show you my perfect team. Just needs to be leveled up, and the synergy's so good. All right, female goes in. Looks like she tried to pull someone. They got hit hard and maybe died. Yeah, basically the whole team dies without being able to do anything. Oh, was that female Aeson ult? Maybe she got that off? Good question. I don't know. One thing about male Akuna is when his ult goes off, if anyone casts an active while it's there, they will get frozen for 2 seconds. And if it's increased by Polar Bear, that becomes 3 seconds. Female Ho ult. The male does the knocked up 3 as the Polar Bear pulled one in. That was cool. There's the male's ult. And then now we need a stun to show you the effect. Here comes Tide Razor. Boom! Oh, you couldn't see it really. But, yeah, just insane. Look at the damage. Pretty much what we've been expecting throughout this entire battles. All right. And so that's done. Let's go to the spire. Sleepy. All right. So we have the spire in here. I saved a few levels so you could see them. And it's cool because we could change out people in here as well. So maybe we could do some different ones so you can see. So it's got the female in here, but yeah, I'll go ahead and keep her in there for now. I'll do a couple battles with her in there, just so the people that are trying to decide who to use. And this is kind of my setup right here. All right, here we go. Going up the spire. So we got the male does a knock up, hits 4 of them because people pulled him in. He does his ult, and then there's the Tide Raiser. Look how long they're going to be stunned for. Still stunned, still stunned, still stunned, still stunned, still stunned, still stunned. I tell you, 8 seconds is an eternity in this game. And if you follow it up with another stun, you're just even stronger in that case. So we go up to the next level, and let's try it again. So we're on the other side this time. The male's active, knocks up 3. Then he jumps right on top of him, and there's the stun. 8 seconds, 8 seconds, 8 seconds. Still stunned, still stunned. Oh, the Huntsdorf got out because she was further away from the Tide Raiser. But just notice that the entire enemy is immobilized and stunned forever. Look how much damage they did to my team. Basically nothing. Let me give you a little look at this. That is basically nothing. They were stunned so long that they're not able to do anything. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. All right. So I'm pretty sure this team's going to become a meta team here pretty soon. And it doesn't have water and sun in it. Does amazing against water and suns. The only issue is everyone's leveled their water and suns up so high, and these guys still need to be leveled up. There's the knock up. Looks like only knocked up 1. There's the ult. Everybody's stunned from the male Akuna. But again, there comes the female Tide Raiser stunning them for like 8 seconds right there. Female Ho preventing them from using their ultimate, which allows the Shiver to keep going on and the stacks to keep cycling, increasing that stun duration. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and swap over. We'll do a couple more battles with the female because I want you all to see her in action. I love that she pulls people in, and then the male will knock them up. The male gets his ult off. The Shiver effect, they're all taking more damage. Still stunned. Female Ho getting heal on everybody. And then there goes the female just hitting everybody with her whirlwind. And they all have reduced fortitude. So they're all kind of taking more damage from that inadvertently as well. And so, bam, let's look at that. Just want to point out, the female is only 360 as the level. And she did as much as a level 700 female Ho. Level 700 Tide Raiser with Brutal. Both of those have Brutal. And the male without Brutal is still there around the female. But again, the male Akuna just taking off. That's what he's supposed to do. Oh, they are both really good champs. If you went for either of them, don't feel bad. And I felt bad that I went the female Akuna over the male Akuna. But I'll show in the next Namish School of Strategy that Becca from Discord taught me. Oh man, the female's so good. All right, the male freezing people, the male jumping in there, female Tide Raiser stunning. There goes the ult from the male Akuna, and the enemy doesn't move yet again and just dies. So let's see how much damage the enemy did. Negligible, pure negligible. We overheal that easily. All right, now I'm going to show you my pride and joy that I'm going to do in one of the Namish Schools of Strategy. This is my elite, one of my elite teams here. Bam. I need to fix it a little bit. Now let me explain. Female Ho's in the front row to get defensive boosts at the beginning of the fight. She has the 9 tails, which protects her from most things, so she can last at least 10 seconds. I got the female spider in the back, pulling people, putting webs down, decreasing people's attack speed and movement speed. I got her tossing her ult out on everybody. And the cool part about her passive is if anybody uses anything, there's a 25% chance that they get stuck in the web. That is amplified by the male polar bear ultimate yet again. So we have the male Akuna back here. So when he uses his active, it's going to heal the female Tide Raiser. It should heal the male polar bear. And yeah, watch this synergy. Watch how awesome this team does. Again, I just need to get them leveled up and vigored up. I think the highest vigor on this team is the female Ho, which I need to change that. Everybody getting hit with the stun. Female Tide Raiser pulling them in. Everybody getting hit with the male polar bear. Oh, man. Oh, everybody's ult's going off. Female Spider just doing tons of damage with her ult, getting everybody webbed in. So notice the enemy team just not really moving around very much. Oh, the female Yiv gets out of there. I might have to look into that. Any assassins that go to the back row, they kind of get pulled out. But sometimes the female Tide Raiser can pull them back in. The female Spider can pull them back in. Let's do another fight here. The male, he gets the passive from female Ho. That allows him to jump in, use his ult. Female Tide Raiser follows up. Everybody's stunned for 8 seconds or less. There's female Spider getting webs on them. So now they're stunned still, and it's still going with the male polar bear's ultimate. He jumps back in, refreshes his ultimate with the chilling zone. Frozen, probably from Shiver. But there comes male Akuna's. So, yeah, the guy can't even move or do anything. Let's look at the damage output. Male Akuna paving the way. Everybody else pretty much identical damage, which I need to get some vigor on them. I need that identical damage to increase and go higher. Look again, nobody really took damage because the enemy was frozen and controlled for so long. Oh, such a beautiful team. I got the group buffs on it. The female Spider has Sanguine. Female Ho has Rapid Shot and Hulking and Cunning, I believe. And so, bam. Female Tide Raiser, actually, I've tried Brave on her, seeing how that does at the beginning of the battle, just for a little bit more longevity. There's the enemy getting stuck in webs, not able to move. Male Lycan gets into my team. Hopefully he doesn't fear. There's the male's ult again, just increasing. Again, there's that stun forever. And then female Tide Raiser finishes that up. Oh, so good. I love it. And we'll do a little bit of arena too. I think I can maybe do a couple fights in Valley if people aren't too strong. I saved my sails and sabers for a nice battle too, so y'all can see. Boom! Polar bear in there. Female Tide Raiser with the stun. Male Akuna with the Phoenix. And now he's putting icy blast on people, or icy armor, or whatever it's called, so that they can get healed. That's really helpful for the male polar bear, who he does take a lot of damage. I feel like honorable's probably mandatory, and then you can get away with a few other things. All right, here's level 140. Okay, they had a male kind of interrupt, so you could see the 2 or 3 of them are outside the aura now, which affects things. They're not stunned as long. That can be kind of, I'm going to have to account for that in the future. People hitting my back row and not getting into this polar bear destruction zone. Still, the battle went well. I need to probably fix up a couple things with that, though. That male Sally Horn just getting in there and not taking no for an answer. Incredible. Let me go ahead and grab this reward real quick. As I said, I kind of held out because I wanted to show y'all some fights in the Spire, because I think that they are scaled a little bit, so you could see at least some of the synergies happen. So here we go again. Female Spider's got webs everywhere. She's pulling someone in. Male Polar Bear jumps in. Bam! Female Tide Raiser stun, followed by male Akuna ult. So now they're in the frozen zone if they use an active ability. Look at all they're all ready to ult right now. but they haven't yet. And they don't, because they all die. And because of that, the Shiver aura is able to affect them more. Because remember, if someone ults and they have the Shiver aura on them, then the Shiver aura has to start back from 0. So that's a bummer. Ults are a way for enemies to get out of that Shiver aura. So we'll do one last battle on the Spire here. And again, I have Pure Heart on that male polar bear. Jumps right in their midst. There's the stun. There's the male Akuna right after. There's the female spider and female hoe. Just keeping people locked down. I don't think anyone's getting out of this one alive. Boom. Yep, there's the knock up. There's just, when there's one champion here, and if there's one champion, I can reduce healing 2 ways. If they're attacking my polar bear, then they're getting reduced healing. And if my male Akuna hits him, now there is a cooldown period, but he's still reducing healing. So should be able to kill a female Galabar or anyone that's trying to last longer. So we'll come back to that a little later. Let's watch some other fun things. First, I need to collect my goodies. I need to get my fodder if I can. It's kind of important at my point in the game. It's one of my limiting factors is just the amount of fodder I have from leveling up champs. Alright, so next, let's go ahead and go to Sails and Sabers. That could be fun. I want you to see my roster setup first. So my teams are a little changed up. Notice I don't have the bear in here. And in fact, because I don't have the bear in here, and this is focusing on them, I'm going to go ahead and not do Sails and Sabers. I'll put that in my Nomish school of strategy that I plan on doing after this. But we will go to the arena. And a lot of people on my server have really amplified and got their teams really nice. So, like Vruma, even though Vruma is 107 million, I would not be able to kill Vruma. Vruma killed one of my main teams. Like, I was punching down like crazy, and Vruma was able to beat me. So, like, I know I wouldn't be able to beat Vruma here, but it's nice to be able to talk about. And so that's how my group's going to go there. We'll find somebody else. We'll go with Gamelthor. Now, Gamelthor doesn't have a Bulko, so you can't really see in that. But let's look at the skill difference. Oh, wow. Oh, that's because it's my other team. I was like, why am I so much higher? All right. There we go. Polar bear action. The Kuna. Get the female home plate. Okay. So now I'm a lot closer. We're within a good tolerance to be able to give this a shot. So here we go. Gamelthor, prepare yourself. Coming in. Alright, so I'll call this out. We don't have ×2 on. We start with half energy. The male knocks up 2 people. Female spider pulls someone in. Male jumps in with the ultimate. So enhancing. Here comes the female Tide Raiser with a massive stun. So all of them are down. Shiver aura just went off on some of them. Their male water and sun is about to pulse, but then got stunned. There's their female Galabar getting my team down. Their Phoenix is about to go to town on me. Boom, boom, boom. The male jumps in, amplifies the stuns again, and then bam! A super long stun for female Galabar. She's just stuck here for a little bit. She might as well pull up a seat. Everyone gets healed. It's down. So now we're going to see how we can do against a super healing tank. Female spider pulls her in, hits her for % lost health. There's the spider ult that whenever it's against one target does well. Male just jumped in, amplified all. Oh, and then destroyed. Good job, Gamelthor. You did well. Let's look at the damage. Look at the male water and sun there. Not able to even go off. The Phoenix, the reason why the Phoenix had so much damage is when she uses the active, she becomes immune to crowd control. And the only thing that gets by that in my team is the male Akuna. But look at the damage on my team. Female Spider, rocking it when she's against like single targets, and her ult does all 6 hits against a single target, does so well. Male Akuna did well. Look at damage. It was kind of distributed across my team pretty well because we're always pulling people in. The healing female Ho just going to town. And male Akuna didn't get that much healing in, which I'm kind of surprised. Good job, Gamblethor. That was a good fight. Ed Rail, we've fought against you before. Let's give you a go. Let's see how your team's doing. I'm a little stronger, but we'll see. I'll try to punch up in the next couple fights. So we go in, no Bolko again. We're going to fight someone with a Bolko. So the male knocks up one person. Silken pulls female Ho to us. There goes the Scarlet. This could hurt. The male Polar Bear uses his ult, so it amplifies. Here comes the Spider ult, so all those webs are amplified a little bit, a little longer. Female Ho, Spider grabs their Scarlet. Female Devela goes off. We weren't able to stop that. Okay, the Ashmane put ult on my male Akuna, so he's pretty much worthless for a little bit. But the rest of the team picked it up. Let's look at damage. Good job, Edrail. So this is more what I expect. My male Akuna doing the most damage. Female Spider right behind him, followed by female Ho. And then kind of my tanks and my controllers down there. Notice the female Scarlet got off that ult, did the most damage to my team. Good job, Edro. So I'm going to punch up. This is our guild leader. Really awesome. They have really been improving their team like crazy. And their male Akuna is like going to whoop the crud out of mine. So we'll see if we can punch up here. The Scarlet's really buff. The male Water and Sun on their team's really buff. So we'll see how our crowd control does right now. Female Ho, passive to the male Polar Bear. Male Polar Bear jumps in. So already the amplified ult, their Water and Sun's going off, but canceled. Yeah, got frozen. I think that was a shiver. We get the Phoenix going on, but they got the Phoenix too. We need this female Tide Razor to go off really bad. Okay, female Ho trying to keep us up. There's Tide Razor stun, but it's not going to be enough. And it looks like just totally rocked us here. Female Ho. So I tried to punch up a little bit. Didn't work. I really need to just get people leveled up. If I get everyone to the Polar Bear, the Bjornkriger, and everybody leveled up, then I think I'll be better. So here's my buddy. His team is actually really stacked. So it seems like we're equal strength, or that he's under me. But look, they're all 700. He's got them all stacked out. Like, they're really strong. So here we go, man. Let us fight. And I got everybody where I want them. All right, here, let's give it a shot. I don't mind losing. I don't mind losing a couple times. So we go in, female Ho passive on the Polar Bear, gives him some energy. We're affected by Bolko right now, but he's able with Focus and Pure Heart to get off his ult, but he's really taking damage, and the Phoenix is about to execute him. That's a bummer. He just needs to be higher level. Female Ho with the kind of the heal on the whole team. Female Silken using hers, and again, it's just not going to be enough. I need to fight people kind of more around. See, I have a lot of celestial bonds that really boost my power, even if my team's not really there. Let's look. Good job, Viagri. Male Akuna and female Silken doing what they should. Basically, the team's doing what they should, but they just don't have enough power to take people out. So Ors is really strong too. I'm gonna punch down on a few people. Phelan, here we come, because I want to show how the crowd control works and how the synergies work together. So no Bolko, female Ho, the passive on the Polar Bear. Polar Bear's energy taken down by Wood Scourge right now. So there goes the male Akuna, getting that off. female Silken with the ult, able to keep everybody locked down. There goes, is that a male choir right there? Yeah, getting pulled in and destroyed. All right. Good job, Phelan. You did well. Yep, exactly what I'd expect out of everything. Phelan wasn't able to get much off on me. Let's find some other people that we can go against here. Johnny Slow would definitely annihilate me. Oh, let's do this, Gito. Hey, here we go. Oh, double ho on that team. This is going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes. All right. So they get affected by my Bulko. Polar Bear active. We pull Water and Sun right into the middle. Their female ho goes off, preventing damage. There's my Tide Razor before my bear, which is a bummer, so it doesn't get the amplified. But we get everybody stunned. We stop their male Water and Sun from pulsing. My female ho goes off, stopping damage. Female Silken getting the ult, so it's immobilizing people, keeping it. Oh, here goes the Scarlet. Bam, bam, bam. Tears up the team, but then we just get that last hit. So, again, punching down for me really heavily. But I want y'all to see kind of how this goes. So, Athena, too, really good player. We'll give her a shot. She's got a nice team. This is a little closer in level here. So, female ho, buffing Bjornkriger. We're getting the male Akuna going off, creating a winter zone with that stun from the Tide Razor. Spider shooting webs out. And then the male finally uses the ult. I think he got prevented from something. Female Alliance still on the enemy team a little too late. But everyone gets pulled in. Everybody gets controlled. And then we get a victory. So, pretty good there. We'll look at the stats. Just as expected, pretty much. And again, that back line fighter, the male Bloom, able to get back there and really do some damage to me. So that's something I need to consider for the future. All right, Val actually has a really great team. So I'm going to give her a shot because she has the potential to beat me here, even though I'm punching down. So we started off. Got a male Devela. Nice. That's always fun to see. Oh, but that male Akuna active just destroys. But then the male Bloom comes in the background and keeps the team distracted. So I'm starting to see male Bloom might be a nice decoy, just like male Askavarg for male Akunas. So someone asked me on YouTube, how do I counter male Akuna? I'm seeing them everywhere. Well, that's it. Male Bloom, male Askavarg, just basically getting that male Akuna to turn around for the most part. Turn around, every now and then I feel a little... Yeah. So, we don't have Lexus Tournament going right now. We'll do Valley of Conquest, see if we got any opportunities here to get some battles in. So I can show you, because most of the enemies in the Valley of Conquest all have, plenty of goodies. Let's see here. 8 of them there. Perfect. So notice I can get my energy ramped up with Sarah, and then I can fight Art, but Art's teams are incredible. Like, he's one of the strongest people in this valley. But look, right now, Purple has all the shrines, so if I'm ever going to get an opportunity, this is going to be it right now. So, we'll bring them up. Everybody's where I want them. And then we will give it a shot. So again, we're just going to energy ramp off Sarah, fight Art, and then we can't beat Sarah's other team. It's way too strong. So, we'll see if we can get Art's second team, though. See if we get the power. Still have the power. All right, here we go, Art. Good luck, buddy. I'll turn off the ×2. Oh, his Scarlet's going to rock me if I don't keep them under control. The male's in, gets the freezing aura, shivers go off. Male Akuna gets people. Oh, yeah. destroy the male Segrak. Look at this huge stun that just went off. Kept Scarlet under control. The male refreshes the ult. Female Ho just went off to protect us. And bam! Look at this punch up. Look at this punch up by female Selphos. Get sat on. Good job, Art. That was a good battle, but I wanted to just have more of an even match occasionally. You know, I was able to ramp up a little bit, but I think it all worked out. That's pretty much all I got in Valley right now. I have to come in here and do some other battles. So, all right. So maybe I will get a Sails and Sabers in here. I'll put the male in. I'll find a spot for him. These teams are doing pretty well, though. I don't really want to mess with them. So, let's go ahead and have a quick discussion about the male. Let's talk about traits. Let's talk about synergies. Let's talk about all that fun stuff. So, knowing his mechanic, he's got the knock up. That's really nice. So the more you group people up or have them in a line, he can knock them up. He's got the ultimate, which amplifies immobilizing and does damage and repositions the enemy. And then he's got these shivers. So anyone around him takes more damage and they have a chance to get stunned. So for traits, I really like the Pure Heart and the Focus because I really want his ultimate to go off. But when he hits level 715 star, I'm probably going to try to put Brutal back on him because I think he has the potential to also do a ton of damage along with the crowd control. So what I'll do is I'll replace Energetic with Brutal. I'll probably replace Honorable with Steadfast, so I still have that heavy defense, and it scales off of strength, so the more strength I got him. And then the only difference is, since I have a female Ho running with him, and she's going to give him 250 energy over 5 seconds, which happens really quick in the battle, I'll probably get rid of Focused and keep Honorable, so I'll put Honorable back over here. I'll put Steadfast here so he hopefully has a cool appearance, maybe a bushy tail. And then I got to keep Pure Heart so he can be effective against Bulko teams. Now, in terms of synergies, anyone that you have clumped up or that if your team has extra stuns, it's going to make this guy even better. So we know putting him with the female polar bear is fantastic. It's one of his best synergies. Putting him with the female Akuna, the nice part about that is she'll shield him. And he takes a ton of damage. He's a frontline guy. He's got all the enemies on him. Now, he does kind of mess up the enemy's targeting when he jumps at the enemy in his ult. But I don't think that that's reliable enough. You need an Honorable on him. You need somebody to be able to heal him or prevent damage. So female Akuna would be okay. I think the male Akuna and female Tide Razor are the two of the best you can have with the male polar bear. And the thing is, a lot of people already have female Tide Razor maxed. A lot of people maxed out male Akuna for the event to get the mask. So already having those three doing damage is nice. Female Kavak, maybe not so much. She doesn't stun at all. Now, she does silence. That could help out, and she stays away, but it's not ideal. The male Kavak with the ability to stun plenty of times with his active, the ability just to increase his strength, do additional constitution loss damage, current constitution damage. He would do all right, but he's also single target, where you kind of want AoE or multi-target for the male polar bear. Having the female Silken Crown, I think she's ideal with him, hence why I have her in the group. The male Silken Crown's good, though, because he has the ability to immobilize with his active still, so that would be enhanced by the polar bear's ultimate. But he also can heal, which is nice. We just talked about that. The male polar bear takes a lot of damage, so being able to heal is nice. The Bjornkriger Clan, they do the silence and stun. so that's impacted, and they do great AoE damage, so that instantly goes well with the male polar bear. Female Almot, she's a warrior, so if you're buffing warrior guardian stones, you're going to be buffing her to go along with the male polar bear. Now I keep forgetting about this guy. He does additional damage when people normal attack. He increases allies' attack speed and damage. So, and it's nearby allies. So you have everybody grouped up with the male. So he might be really good during this time. He can go invincible, and then normal attacks fan shaped in front of the caster. That's important because we've got them all grouped up, you know. A male Askavarg does a charge, groups everybody up. That's good with the male polar bear. The female, I don't think as much. The crooked fin, I don't know if I would like her eating, because it takes the enemy out and they're missing all sorts of stuns and amplifies. Thunderlords, the male Thunderlord, he does the best when the enemy's clumped up. So maybe there's some potential there. Male Soulkeeper, great synergy because they're grouped up, they're taking amplified damage, they're getting stunned, and then he just will go through and just kill off everybody after that. I told you female Tide Razor is one of the best synergies, I think, in the game with the male polar bear. Male Dawnbreaker, you know, reducing the enemy's strength from his active is always helpful. And then the ult, giving everybody energy and damage reduction, helps the polar bear as well. Male Water and Sun, of course, goes well with just about everybody. Female Water and Sun will too. Stone Thrower might go well with the female, even though he ignores a lot of armor and she's stealing that armor, so maybe it's not really required. Male Warbringer's really nice, just to use his ult and like knock people out of it, and then they could potentially take stun by going through it again. So having all this pool on the team with male Warbringer is going to be really good. Yeah, female Galabar would go well. There's some really nice synergies with the male, I think. With the female, you always got to consider, if you don't have any pool, she offers you some pool and some AoE and just some grouping, and that makes her really strong, though she can be interrupted. And for her, for the traits, I would probably go more defensive, though she's pulling a lot of armor. So for her, I'd probably go the Askavarg trait that adds fortitude. I'd probably go loyal, that amplifies the fortitude that she does gain. So as she steals people's fortitude and armor, she is amplifying that with loyal. So that's probably really important. Maybe put a brutal on her if you want that ultimate to just crank into people. But I think the interrupt from the ultimate is maybe strong enough. So if you choose to go more survivability, you can maybe go honorable, maybe a pure heart if you want her to get that ultimate off quickly. Because I think she pulled 2 people before the 10-second mark. So that's very viable. So those are some traits for them. Of course, get the gear leveled up. You want your I respect my guardian stuns, so my warriors aren't worthless. And I maximize the dodge and I maximize the damage reduction on them. You need some hit so they can build some energy. It's nice for that. And then a little bit of con and strength just to kind of help out. I did what I could with what I have. Whew. But yeah, that's the clan there. I did way too many summons on them. It was ridiculous. I love this clan. I think they're cool. I would have liked them more if they were tanks, because then that would have synergized more with my group. But we need more feasible, good warriors, because we only really have female Almat, and now we have the polar bears to go along with her. So good job, Goat Games, and trying to make warriors a viable class again. Samir didn't work out for me, even though I tried him, so I made him a farmer. Female Crooked Fin didn't work out for me. Female Dravapala didn't work out for me. So 3 failed warriors, 3 ultra failed warriors. Male Shark didn't really work out. Yeah, those failed warriors are really disappointing because like I invested a lot into him. Warbringer's good, but whenever he changes targets, his passive is affected, and that's a real bummer. I found that out from Toothless, and yeah, it really disappointed me because my male Warbringer was going to be, one of my highlights in my teams. And so, yeah, that's what we got so far. I'll be releasing the next episode, I think it's 6 of Nomish School of Strategy. And in that, I'll be talking about some of my other groupings and how I've put synergies and groups together. I'll give you a little sneak peek here so you can get excited about it. There's my the male Water and Sun group right there with female Kavak, female Akuna, male Askavarg, female Selphos. Really interesting group, does really well. And then down here, it's not my Bloodcraft team, but the male SK, I've got him like 80 vigor on him, so you got to just give him a team that supports him, gets the enemy's life down enough with that P4 Assassinate. So I have male Dawnbreaker come in, hits actually the P5, and then the male Segarak hits that, and all the missing life is impacted with the active on the male Segarak, so that's pretty intense. And yeah, and then we got the Energy Drain group, which again, I turned my female Dravapala to a farmer. So this group I'm going to be disbanding probably. I got female Almat up in my top group, which is interesting too, because I got the Sanguine from the male Lume. I got the Hulking from Scarlet. I got Rapid Shot on female Lionstone. I think I have Cunning on male Lume as well. So I've got all my bases covered. And female Almat level 520. After I max the Polar Bear, I'm going to max her. She just tears apart any tank. So female Tide Razor, male Askavarg, female Lionstone. Basically, female Almat runs up to them, hits them a few times, and they're dead. I love it. And with them, I give them the male Corbett passive buff, which I have at 15. So it's really amplifying all their damage, all their strength. Male Lume has his active, so he can hopefully get them all to ult earlier, because when you have a Scarlet ulting with a female Lionstone and male Corbett, like, that's pretty much game over. Not to mention you get the defense aspect from the female Almat, which is really nice. But anyhow, I'll be going over that in my next episode. We'll get there. If you have any questions, ask them down in the comments. If you like this video, if it was informative on how you're going to, which bear you're going to choose. Sorry it's a little late. I've been busy with work, busy with my 2-year-old son, and hopefully I'll be releasing more videos soon. Just get you informed on everything, the new heroes, the new metas, the new synergies. I'd like to highlight male Lume in a coming up Nomish School strategy, because he's very viable now. I have a gilding named Moorgrave that uses male Lume so well, and I'm kind of jealous. But again, mine's only 14 stars, so I need to work on him after my male Akuna's all done. So there's always someone on the, in the queue that you need to level up next. It's a forever process, but you got to have 3 strong teams. You got to have them all feasible for the Luxus Arena, for Sales and Saber. Basically, a lot of things require 3 solid teams now. And instead of me having a super team and 2 cruddy teams, I'd rather have a super team, a medium team, or 2 medium teams, really. And that's what I'm working towards. And I'll keep you informed on that as I go along. But yeah, that's it for the video. If you, again, liked it, subscribe, hit the notification bell so when I release new stuff, you're quick to see it. Again, sorry for the lateness of this video. Some of y'all already probably chose which bear you wanted, but I'll be diligent in the future, and thanks for working with me on this. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.